Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of NFINIT SkyBlock. This is Scoots42, and today I wanted to start off by finishing up with our reborn storage. And I just finished crafting up the crafting storage units and the crafting CPUs we need. And we're also going to need the rest of these heat conductors. So, from what I understand about how this works, it doesn't really matter which way we put this stuff in here. So, what I thought we would do is just kind of fill the bottom here up with a bunch of these crafting CPUs. It should take 15 of them to fill in the little design that we have. And if I'm right, it should take about 60 of these guys to fill in the rest. And this is what's actually going to hold all of our crafting patterns. Let's see, I wonder if, oh, it does. Nice. Look at that. And then this last bit here is going to get filled in with heat conductors. And this should pretty much give us a giant crafting. Let's see, we're going to need a little bit of cabling here. So I think I did that right. If I right click on you, good. And now we have like 60 pages of patterns that we can put in there, which that's going to be a hefty amount. That should basically get us through the rest of this playthrough. And we're just going to want to hook this up. There we go. We should be able to just take this right on over here. Cool. So now, anytime that we want to craft stuff, and like we should be able to take all these out, and we should be able to pop them all right over here. There we go. And we should have access to all the same stuff that we had access to before. For instance, I can tell it, hey, let's go ahead and start crafting another 64K disk. And over here, we're going to see all this stuff starting to kick into action, which is pretty cool. So basically what we can do is we won't have to use these little crafters anymore. We can just basically put all of our patterns into the big crafter over here. Now, we'll still have to use the crafters for the machines. I don't know that Reborn Storage has anything that will help with that. But what we shouldn't have to worry about is making any more crafting or crafters for our patterns. Which is going to be a much bigger help than it may seem at first. Let's see, is that everything? Almost. Craziness. All right. So what we can do, though, is we can go ahead and knock out these guys, and we can end up using them for machines that we need to have set up for auto crafting a little bit later. So we're just going to kind of tuck these guys away for now. And let's see if we can't find some kind of nice little block to go in there for now. Maybe something like so. There we go. Nice. Very nice. I like how that worked out. All right. Now, the other thing we need to work on I need to switch. I'm going to have to come up with a better solution for this guy. There we go. Because he keeps trying to dump stuff. I keep forgetting to switch over between where I need to have that done at. Hopefully I got it there in time. I think I did. Well, we'll find out. That might have screwed up making our disc a little bit. But anyway, what I'd like to do is work on getting our stonework factory done. Should get at least one of them today. So I think we might have an iron pickaxe in there already. So let's get one of these guys. And for that, we're going to need a tin gear. So let's ask for one of those. I don't know for sure that we have an iron pickaxe, but we might. Ooh, we're going to need another furnace. Okay, so let's get 5 of those. And I think we have some grout left. We do. Now, it's still not wanting to craft in the grid, and I don't know why that is. I really don't. What might not be the worst idea ever is let's get a crafting station over here somewhere. Do just something like this. And maybe we can pop one right here. That should get us our furnace. Nice. And what else are we missing? Probably a bucket of water. So that can go right up there. Let's see, we can probably get our machine frame by now. Nice. And we need an iron gear. There we go. And this is in gear mode, right? It is. Okay, good. Figured we'd better check on that. Iron gear. Craft. Begin. Nice. So I think all we're missing at this point is going to be that iron pick and a crafting table. Okay. We got one of those going. And let's get an iron pick. There we go. And that should have been all we needed. Now we should be able to get this stonework factory, which apparently doesn't want to craft in a vanilla station either. Or in a grid station, I should say. That's interesting. I wonder if that's intended. I might have to bring that up with Knox and see if that's an intended thing or not. There we go. Material Stonework Factory. Nice. And that completed a quest for us. Nice. And we might knock out this diamond stiffened mesh and some of these smart hoppers today too. And we're going to need to make some diamond mesh so we can go ahead and knock out this platinum ore piece. Now let's go over here and grab a flux duct. And we should just be able to pop this right next to here. Alright. And you can see it's already generating cobblestone. And we can put it into furnace mode and have it make stuff for us. We can put it into a 2x2 craft, or what I like to do is have it go into grind mode. So if I have it grind, and that's going to make some gravel and then some sand. And then I can grind it again. And, oh, this will actually give us dust. Nice. What I would normally do with it, though, we can stop it, is I'm going to put it in furnace mode and I can get glass this way. I wonder, is there no other way for us to get silicon? Because if this thing won't make silicon for me, it might be something. Yeah, it looks like that's the only way. So we might want to set up some kind of silicon, and that's only a type 2. So that wouldn't be terrible. So it looks like mystical agriculture might be the answer for silicon. So we're going to let this just run and cook up some glass for us. And let's see how we're doing on essence. We're back up to 54. I did a little bit with our essence over here. I've started laying out a little bit more for us to pop some mystical crops down with. I did manage to get ourselves a second diamond seed. I still haven't actually had any pop up, though. So I don't know if I'm going to get any seeds with them in these crop sticks like this. I may end up, there is a way to automate this that I might look into. That I think I found over here are these guys, the crop cloner and the crop farm. Both of those are from Tesla powered things. I think that's something that we can get into. But I think what we should do first, and I'll probably kind of experiment with that stuff between episodes. But what I'm thinking we should do is work a little bit, and let's get some of this stuff put up here, is let's work on getting some more of these quests completed. So we need a diamond stiffened mesh. So let's do a string if we can. No? Thought I had a string mesh left. How about any wool? Do we have any wool in here? We can get some string out of that. There we go. String mesh. Nice. So how are we doing on flint? We should have enough for a flint mesh. Nice. Ooh. How about gravel? How are we doing on gravel? I thought we had more flint than that in there. So let's get ourselves a little bit of gravel. There we go. And that should get us our flint mesh. Nice. And from there we can go to the iron mesh. Nice, and we just got done making a bunch of stuff, so hopefully we have enough diamonds left. Oh, and I think we do. Diamond mesh. Nice. Alright, so that got us our diamond mesh, and that'll get us a couple of loot chests, which is nice. Now let's look into these smart hopper shells. We need to get 3 of those. Smart hopper shell. So we'll need 3 of those guys, which means 9 of these. And we should have the rest of this stuff. Oh, we forgot to make these. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. I think we need to turn you off because that stone chest is probably full. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. So that should complete that quest. Nice. And let's see what we got out of that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, and the wood chippings, I'm not sure how many of those we're going to need to do here. We should just be able to take some wood. I'm not sure exactly how many of these we'll need to hit with the hammer. But to do the wood chippings, we basically just need to hit some of these logs with one of our sledgehammers. So I'll just take this sledge here. How many? Oh, we need 1 more? Seriously? Okay, there's our wood chipping quest complete. That gets us even more wood chippings. And I have no idea what these are used for. I think we can compost with them. But oh, it also looks like we can make paper, phyto grow, which may come in handy. Okay. Any other aqua chow? I've never even heard of that. Looks like all kinds of crazy stuff. Compressed sawdust, huh? Florbs. It's like all kinds of crazy stuff. Cool. Okay. Well, let's pop open these loot chests and see what we got out of them. Another fancy lamp. And a lore tag, which I still haven't figured out what those are for. Alright, so let's put some of this stuff up. And I think we have a little bit of time left today. Let's go ahead and put this stuff up. That diamond mesh, let's go and put it down in one of these sieves before I forget about it. We can just pop you right over here. So now that we have a little foundation for Industrial 4 going, I think it's time we look at upgrading our mob farm a little bit. So let's take some of this stuff and get ourselves a little more plastic. Something like that ought to do. You guys can just chill in there. And let's get this plastic cooking up. And let's take a look at some things. We're going to want, at some point, one of these mob imprisonment tools. And to get that, we're going to need some gas tiers. So what I'm thinking is this mob farm here isn't bad. It has been getting us a lot of stuff. But what it hasn't been doing is getting us things that only drop when a player does the killing. Let's put some of this junk up. And I kind of have an idea. We're going to have to turn that into a bit of a manual mob farm again for a little while. Hopefully I'll be able to get some creepers spawning in there. Because we are going to want this mob imprisonment tool. But some of the other things we're going to want are a mob duplicator. And for that, we're going to need a machine frame and some magma cream and some nether wart. So let's see, mob slaughter factory or the mob crusher. The mob crusher, I think, is the one we're going to want. Now, the slaughter factory. I never can remember which one does which. So I think it's the mob crusher we want. Let's see what we need for that. Everything. So we'll definitely want a mob crusher, that is for sure. And we can get some of this stuff set up. Now let's see, I think we can start off with a mob crusher. So let's get a 10 gear. And that'll get us one of these. Nice. And let's get a couple of books. Very nice. Let's do an iron sword. And did I ever teach you how to make gold gears? I don't think I did. Nope. So let's do that. Let's teach this guy how to make gold gears. Oh, wrong one. We want this one. There we go. So if we pop you in over here, this should get us a couple of gold gears. Let's see how close we are. Nice. So what I think we can do at this point, let's see if reloading our chunks will give us a little bit. There we go. So I'm thinking we won't really need this guy much anymore. I mean, I think I might go ahead and keep it there just for the sake of simplicity. But we should be able to pop this guy, say, right there. And we need to find a way to collect that essence. Let's see, though. First off, we need to get this guy some power. So let's see if we can't get one of these flux point things. Receives energy, flux point. And we need a couple more flux cores, which I'm probably out of those eye things. Just get a few of those. Should be able to make one of these. Nice. So that should get us one of those. And let's just pop you right there. Select network, Scooch 42. You should be getting powered. Nice. So now, basically, anything that this guy starts, and let's check on some stuff. I think we can get rid of these little corners now because that's a full-size block. And we should see, yep, it's still spawnable in there. Nice. So this guy should kill them right away. As soon as they're within his range. And we should start getting some player-only drops, where, like if I were to personally do it, or, you guys, if you're playing along at home, if you were to personally kill the mob, then you get player-only drops. And that thing will also get us player-only drops. Let's put some more of this stuff back up. So we'll go over and check on that here in just a moment. I wonder if I can crush this stone. I don't have anywhere to put it. And yeah, it'll crush it to gravel. Okay. Gravel I still have someplace to put. Clean the rest of this stuff out of here so it'll be a little easier to tell if we're getting any spawns out of there. Getting a lot of the same monster mini heads. So, alright, I've got a little mini head collection going over here. There we go. Nice. Let's get some of this stuff put away. And then before we go, I know we're getting close to the wrapping up point. Before we go, I wanted to look into these guys, the growth accelerators. I think we might have enough to make at least one, so I can show you guys how to make them. And we need a block of Infernium Essence, which you just saw me make. It takes 9 of those to make one block. So we should be able to start getting these growth accelerators, and we can pop these underneath of our mystical crops, and this will help speed up how fast they grow. And I believe that you can stack these, so I think we can have more than one. So let's see, I'd like to pop you like right, that wasn't, right here. There we go. So now hopefully these guys will grow a little bit quicker. Kind of hard to tell. Let's go take a quick little peek over here and see if we're getting any drops yet. We should be. Oh yeah, there we go, catalyzing glands. So we need a few more of these catalyzing glands, and we should be able to get the gas tiers that we need. So that, I think, is going to work out pretty well. I'm going to let all this stuff run for a while. And when we come back in the next episode, let's see, let's take a look. Let's see, I'll try to work on getting the platinum we need, because I think I needed to sift that in a diamond mesh. And what else did we need to finish up on the first page? The gems. So we can't even see what we need until this quest is complete. And we need a chicken stick. You know what might not be a terrible idea is let's get a little dirt. Right, there we go. And let's come up here and in our little zoo area, which is over here. I haven't done a whole lot with the zoo. And in fact, I've managed to lose a cow somehow. I don't know exactly how that happened, but we did lose a cow. So let's see. How do we want to make this cool? Do I want to... I think maybe we can try to do something like this. I think that might work. See if I can get up here and make this a little easier. Yep, I hear you, Cal buddy. I do. Maybe something like that. I tell you, I like the jetpack, but building with it isn't the easiest thing in the world. Let's just do something like this, maybe. How about, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. There we go. And I think, let's get some grass. I think we've still got some grass in here. I think it has to be a grass block to help get these animals to spawn out here. So let's get some grass. There we go, just a little bit. Take about a quarter of what we got. There we go. Yeah, something like that. That ought to work out pretty good. And then we can just kind of wand this in here. Well, maybe if we had another stack of dirt. And if you guys are, having trouble, like in the beginning, all I could get out there were birds. I did get a few other, like I got hamsters and things like that, but I wasn't getting basically the vanilla Minecraft animals that I wanted, like cows, and I learned how to work with those energetic sheep that spawned out there, but there we go. So what we can do is we need to make some bait. The cow bait and most of the baits that we make are going to be kind of the same. Basically what you do is, like to make chicken bait, for instance, I need this. And it tells you that is chicken bait. And if we look at the different kind of baits that there are, you'll see that they're basically just two of whatever kind of food it is. So if you want pigs, you need 2 carrots, and that'll get you pig bait. Or in the case for sheep bait, wheat and some seeds will get you regular sheep. And these will get you all the vanilla animals. Now this stuff from Pam's, that's a different kind of bait, and that is for ground traps, something you may or may not get into. And I probably should have lit this up. Getting some invisible mobs out here, huh? And we also need to give it a little bit of water out here. So let's make a nice little place for some water. And we'll just get some slabs. There we go, and I should have some water in one of my reservoirs here if I can find it. I think it's in our yellow bag, perhaps? No? Must be in the iron backpack. Where did it go? Let's see. I know I've got it here somewhere. There it is. It was right in the inventory the whole time. We'll just create a little water source out here. There we go. I am too close. So we need to basically back up, I think. And if I right-click this, will it tell me? The bait will work. So what we need to do is just give it some room. And I think that's a good way to end the episode. So hopefully we'll get some chickens spawning out there. And when we come back in the next episode, we'll work on finishing up this first chapter, and that will give us 2 whole pages of quest lines complete. We've got a little bit left to do. Let's see, we still have the fluid and the fluid grid, so we've got a little bit left to do. And this guy I don't think ever got updated. So I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. There's definitely more to come. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. Remember to check out Infinite Gaming on their Discord. Thanks again for stopping by, and take care.